Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the one and only Honcho J23, coming to you live, and you are now tuned in to the latest, hottest, most episodic show on all social media platforms. That is Independent Scene Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for always watching. Thank you guys for always supporting. Thank you guys for always commenting, showing love. It really means a lot. This is episode 182, if I'm not mistaken. I'm so honored and pleasure to be you guys as hosts for this dope platform. It's amazing to be able to come on here and be able to speak into the lives of others and be able to, learn more about others in their profession and their career. And I've been doing this for maybe 2 years and some change now, and I'm absolutely loving the journey that it's taken me on. But with that being said, like I said, this is episode 182. Like I said, once again, thank you to everybody that has ever showed love, ever showed support. But with that being said, this is episode 182 with my guy Jordan Silver. He is the owner of Arcade of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna chop it up with him. And with that being said, he's already in the building. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest, Jordan. Let's get it. Yo, yo.
Yo,
There we,
there we go.
there we go. What's going on, man?
And ain't much, man. You're right. I did have to update.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. How you doing, man? How's everything?
Man, I can't call it. It's been a real interesting day today. Sunny, rainy, kind of how life's been all together. Got your ups and downs. So here we are, making it happen, surviving, maintaining a whole nother day, bro. What it do, Zay? Appreciate you, bro.
Was definitely. Well, first of all, man, I gotta say thank you, man, for taking the time out to come on here and chop it up with me, man. I've had the pleasure of knowing you for quite some time now, and anytime that you've opened your doors to me, I've always been grateful for it. So definitely thanks to you, man, and everything that you got going on and supporting me as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate you, man, just for coming in here. You've been bringing artists a different vibe, a different element, hosting. It's good seeing young African Americans, especially in our community, like doing something, trying to put other people on. So, as you can see, it's just a platform, man, that allows other people to shine. The King of the Thrones himself. I appreciate it.
Most definitely. Well, first of all, for all people that don't know you, please introduce yourself to the people, man, and we're gonna jump right into it.
All right, well, if you don't know, I'm Jordan Silver, the owner of Arcade of Thrones. We've been here about 3 years now. I'm also a radio personality on iHeartRadio, WDRB Media, also known as Dr. Keys. So I'm a couple of different people, but you're getting the full live and direct version of me right here as Jordan.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right, so first things first, man. What inspired you, man, to want to come up with Arcade of Thrones and just, create an environment where people can come and video game and play games? It's like, what inspired you to want to do that?
Man, I don't know how much time I have because there's a lot to it. But ultimately, man, I'm a New York kid. I'm a city kid, born and raised up there, and our form of fun and games was usually based off of gaming. We started out with the simple things of regular Candyland, just board games, and we kind of worked our way up from there when Atari first dropped. And Atari, we was just competitive amongst, my siblings, and my mother was into Atari. So I'm like, all right, so we would bust it down, play Pac-Man, Centipede, a lot of the classics we see today. And as time, went on, we jumped into some other systems as far as, Nintendo, PlayStation. Then my dad started to get involved when we got into the Nintendo. He's playing Tecmo football, Tecmo basketball, double dribble. And so both my parents were competitive. So eventually, hey, he threw those down to the kid. And I could just remember having so much fun, whoever we was with, whether it was with the family, whether it was with friends, whether it was with people outside. It was just the vibe was phenomenal. So the idea was, how do I take something like that and place it in today's world? And make it make sense. Today's world, the disconnect is there because the internet is here. So there's no need for people to involve with being face to face with one another and engaging with one another on the fun side. So that's what had me bring it here. I wanted something different, a vibe that was like no other out here in North Carolina, and I think we were able to achieve that.
Most definitely, most definitely. And like I said, it's definitely a great venue. Which you're the owner of, and like I said, I've been there multiple times, man, and I've always, enjoyed myself each and every time. So I gotta ask you this, man. So with all the events that have occurred, that have taken place, at Arcade of Thrones, and what's it been like to know that, you have this venue, this area to where you can open it up to people and allow them to use the space for shows and events and fashion shows and things of that nature.
Yeah, well, first, so before I go any further, what up, Jerry? Good to see you, bro. I hope you're doing okay, man. I know it's been a little while since we linked up, and also see Two Reels on here. So what's up, Two Real? I appreciate you guys, man. Just some of the people that have actually been through the arcade and have done some things in here, man, whether they were artists, whether they were startup businesses. I mean, what we do here is it's a variety of things.
Right.
I mean, we do things from gaming. We have open mics. What up, Dynamite? Appreciate you, bro. We have open mics. We have a step team, ESST step team that comes in here. They do their thing. They hold it down. We have the Touch the Mic with the Family First organization. Mr. Carolina Hip Hop. We have Trey Mars inside the Vibes. We have Boundless, also featured by Trey Mars. We have gaming tournaments. We have Smash players that come in. They'll be coming back in June. So if you're looking for weeklies, we'll have it. Looking for monthlies, we'll have it. Looking for bi-weeklies, we'll have it. I mean, it's a platform for people to come out and be able to engage. I mean, it's a little something for everyone. And on top of that, we also rent the venue out. We've had Shaw come through and have some college parties. We've had North Carolina State come through, and they shot a couple of music videos in here. Some of your favorite and local artists have been in here shooting videos, having release album parties. I mean, we've had a couple of team parties. Hashtag Zay showed out, had his first twerk party in here. It was off the hook. So, I mean, it's a platform for me to see other young, up-and-coming individuals make something happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's no point in giving you a platform if you can't make any money. What's the point of me charging you through the roof for you to try to be successful?
Right.
So I put it in a space where I believe that everyone has an opportunity to at least put out what their idea is, what their vision is, to see what it's like. So, I mean, it's been successful for us so far. And I think I've seen a lot of people blossom and grow just from the footstep or the footprint that was started right here at the arcade.
Most definitely, most definitely. So let me ask you this, man. So you spoke about being a gamer, man, and having a love and passion for games, man. What's been some of your most favorite games, man, that you can still play to this day, right about now?
Oh man, but let me tell you this, I'll play everything. I'll play everything. I'll play anything. Now, what am I good at? Two different things. All right. So,
okay.
My favorite game probably of all time, the one that keeps my sanity and my mind right, is going to be Madden. It's like my chess. That's my chess game. Of course, I'm going to jump onto my Call of Duties, Battlefields, just when you need to release, that stress sometimes.
Right.
Get it from your lady, you got to start going to some other things.
Right.
I kind of fall back on that. But I mean, any game that requires some type of competition, man, I'm not going to turn the eye at it. I'm a competitor. Win, lose, or draw, I'm going at it. We going to go hardcore. Matter of fact, prime example, man, you can catch me on Twitch, JBoogie429. Ain't no different. Win, lose, or draw, I'm streaming something, whether it's Madden, Rogue Company, whether it's Call of Duty, whether it's 2K, whether it's my son's whipping my ass, it don't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's about the bond that you form. You know what I'm saying? It's about getting better. It's about sharpening your skills. So, I mean, you can't do that if you're not out there grinding and hustling, trying to get better.
Right. I agree. So real quick, it's kind of switching gears for a second. Talk to us a little bit about your growing up, man, and what was it like growing up as a kid, man, and, coming into your own as a grown man and realizing what it was that you wanted to do in life. Like, what was that like for you?
Wow, man, that's another doozy. I don't know we have time for all that. But, I grew up as a middle child. Had an older brother, younger sister. Mom and dad, but they were separated, so raised in a single-family home. But my dad was, he was a presence, when he could be. The fact of the matter is it was kind of tough. I was shy a good portion of my life. Maybe about junior high school, I kind of broke out of my shell. Can't tell you what it was, how it was.
Okay.
It just, I don't know. I just became a comedian. Women like guys that make them laugh.
Right.
And I just kind of started the social aspect of who I was.
Okay.
I had some bumps and bruises, left home kind of early, about the age of 18, just decided to hit the streets. And I've kind of been on my own since then. Struggled with some things. I was able to experience being an adult, some of the decisions I made, bounced around from house to house. There was a point where I was homeless. I slept in abandoned buildings, slept on the train, you know, slept in a shelter. So I've learned what it was to be on the hard side of things. I know what it is to have nothing.
Okay.
So now, fast forwarding, all that really taught me was how to be a man in life at an earlier age. We all take our own different adventures, our own different journeys to get us to where we are. For me having nothing was probably the biggest thing that helped change who I was as an individual. You know,
Okay.
granted, I had my first son at the age of 20, which also kind of had me hit the brakes. So if y'all out there doing what y'all do, make sure you wrap it up.
Right. Got to.
Wrap
Got to.
it up. Wrap it up. But like real talk, I mean, my son helped me slow down, you know, helped me realize I had to be more responsible about things, and I had to be accountable for the decisions and the moves that I was making. So from there, you know, from New York, I think I kind of dipped out of New York at the age of 27. I moved down here to North Carolina, been here going on 12 years now, and, you know, just had to plant myself. The biggest thing I had to learn was you can't take care of anyone else until you take care of yourself.
True. That's true.
You
That's
know,
a fact. Exactly.
and that's what it was. You know, all this time I spent trying to grind and hustle for everyone else, make sure everyone else was good, but who was taking care of me? So
Right.
I had to change my approach, had to dip out of the city. I loved the city, had too many people up there. My son was up there, but I had to step out of there, come to North Carolina. I came into my own. I mean, took me some time. I grinded. You know, I worked hard, worked multiple jobs. And, I mean, here we are about 12 years later, you know, an entrepreneur that was homeless at one point. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? That doesn't have a 4-year college degree. You know,
Right.
so it's not impossible. It's just where your grind is, where your hustle is, where your determination is. You know, where your stubbornness is. You know,
Right.
that will determine how far you go. So I mean, that's kind of it. There's a lot more in between there, but I can't keep everybody here all day.
Was
But
that
trials
okay?
and tribulations got me to where I'm at now.
Okay, most definitely, most definitely. All right, so let me ask you this, man. So, what's been your main goal that you've set? You know, you know, being the owner of Arcade of Thrones and having the venue, having the space. Like, what's been your main goal that you want to where you want to see Arcade of Thrones go?
Um, ah, well, one, everyone that's coming here has exceeded anything I could have thought Arcade of Thrones could have been. I mean,
Okay,
honestly, there's so many individuals I wish I could thank, but I know I'd miss some people. But I mean, for some of them that I can, you know, I want to appreciate Black Storm, official Black Storm in the lab, man. They've held me down from day one. You know, from when I was building this space, and he's never let me down since. You know, I've got people like T.J. Walker, who's my co-host, man. He's been phenomenal, holding me down. Mr. Carolina Hip Hop and the Family First organization, man. Again, just some of the day ones that continue to grow and be a part of the family. You know, Smitty and the crew, Monty Michi and her crew. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We got problems in the juice shop. I mean, just what we doing back here, building, man. I appreciate everyone that's come through, from the people that started things with DJ Dessert, who started some of the first open mics that we've had in here. Um, some of the bands that have come in here. Vibe Shop has been out here. Again, so many artists have been through, man. Painters and people that rented the space, and promoters and venues and pop-up shops. The kids, the birthday parties. Yo, without you guys, there would be no me. There'd be no Arcade
exactly.
of Thrones. So it was set out to make a difference. It was set out for me to change the world. And
Okay,
granted, I can't do it outside of these doors, but every person that comes in here, I get to affect changing, and they go out and they affect changing the world. So that was the main goal with it. And as I see people come in here and I see them enjoy the space and the love and the connections that are built, the networking that's going down, like, it's a phenomenal feeling. Everything that I thought of, it's been exceeded. So where do we think we go from here? Well, we got to get bigger. We
mm-hmm.
got to get better, because there's more people out there that can use, endure, and embrace a vibe like this. It's one like no other.
Right, right. I agree. I definitely agree. So let me ask you this, man. So and I kind of want to go back a little bit because there has been so many music shows that have, that have taken place right here, right there at Arcade of Thrones, man. I gotta ask, man. Who have been some of your favorite local artists that find yourself vibing out to?
Woo! Woo! That's a tough one. You gonna put me on the spot. Yo, all right, so real talk. Well, so, man, where can I start? Well, number one, I got to say Monty Michi.
Okay.
One, because I saw when she first stepped foot on this stage on an open mic, and now I see her taking off. phenomenal. Phenomenal. And
Definitely, most
I
definitely.
want to keep seeing her grow and keep doing her thing because she is next up on the map, and I can't wait for her to make a move. Shauna the singer. All
Okay.
right, she don't change her name now, but she's back. Shauna the singer, phenomenal artist. Again, I remember when she came in here before she got signed with Underrated. Yo, phenomenal. Glad to see that she's making moves. She's making stride. Beautiful, beautiful voice. Ty Harris. I'm just
Mm.
Ty Harris, another favorite of mine, man. Every time he comes through here, he sets the stage on fire. Actually, I think he did it most recently last week.
Right.
Um, Another great, local artist that's doing things. Who else impressed me recently? I had Rover Casanova come through doing this thing. Hey, what's up, Seasick? Man, I'm looking for you to come through these days, man. I need you to DJ in here. So definitely Rover Casanova, just ran into him recently at a media day, had a chance to sit down and chop it up with him. Young, on his way up, doing tons of things. A-Cash on deck. Yo, listen. I rocks with him. The vibe is
Okay.
on point. Crown Chaz. Create your own. Yo, it's Crown shit. Listen, the whole squad. Appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? Even
Most
the
definitely.
Music Family First organization. Yo, listen, they got some big things happening. They got some great artists in there. Phenomenal. Asia Avu, one of my favorite R&B singers of all time, locally, out here. Of course, she's from Philly, but she's repping out here while she's here, man. Phenomenal voice. I mean, there's Vidal Warren, another R&B singer. Who am I missing? Ones that are up and coming. #Zay. Keep your eye
Mm-hmm.
out on them. Keep your eye out on them. Man, listen, the
The list
talent
goes on.
is yeah, you know what I'm saying? The list can go on, and I know I'm missing some people like Billy Rhodes. Rocks with Billy Rhodes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
sir.
I got a New York vibe. You know what can I say? Nero, Mr.
Okay.
Nero. You know what I'm saying? I like his vibe. He's got a little bit of a New York swag. What can I say? I'm biased. But
Right.
listen, I just want them to keep doing what they do, man. There's a lot of love that comes through these doors. There's a lot of talent that comes through here, and I just want to continue to see people thrive.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right, so speaking of that, seeing that you're from New York, man, this coming Thursday, I want you to talk to the people about it. We haven't, about the Touch the Mic series, man. And on top of that, it's your birthday. On top of that,
Facts, absolutely. So, this Thursday will probably be. I would like it to be the biggest, the best, the hottest Touch the Mic series that we've ever had. This one's going to be New York edition. I actually asked for this one myself. I wanted it here. We've had tons of trap music. We've had R&B music. We've had mumble rap. We've had trap versus boom bap. But you know what? I think a vibe of mixing the cultures between up top and down south, getting the elements and people networking together, I think it's going to create for a dope-ass vibe. And on top of that, like I said, it's my birthday, so we
it's
coming
your
through. We trying to
birthday.
celebrate. We trying to turn all the way up. You heard
Yes, sir.
me?
Yes,
So
sir.
if you ain't got nothing to do, and Thursday's wide open, come through, man. It's gonna be a good night, good vibes. I'm gonna turn up as much as I can. I'm still gonna be working, so I gotta be
Right, right.
professional, but I'm gonna turn up.
You're gonna turn it, and as you should, as you should. So now I want to ask you this, man, and I'm pretty sure you follow this, man. But we've been having these versus battles, man, that have been produced by some of the greats, Timbaland and Swiss Beats, man, and we've had some incredible, phenomenal battles, man. And so I gotta ask you, man, what's been one of your favorites, and who do you see next, man?
Woo! Man, I normally catch the tail end of them. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Okay, okay,
For me, just the way I move, I don't have too much time. But I wanted to say the one I liked the most was the Method Man, Redman. Was that?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that one I think was one of the hottest ones.
yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely rock with that one. And then I like Smooth, so I have to say the SWV and Escape I thought was pretty good as well. I think that they matched. They matched. Oh, word. Hey, I think Seasick called it right, man. The Jodeci and Drew Hill might be a dope one. But I do think I agree with him though. I think we need two R&B male groups
Right.
to go up against each other. I don't know who could beat Drew Hill. Drew Hill's pretty good. That might be a
He
good one.
is. He
I'm
is.
gonna steal C6's answer and I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna say Jodeci and Drew Hill. Only because again with the R&B side of things, those are some classics. I think we're gonna sing them back and forth. Nonstop. Again, I think very similar to SWV and Escape. But I'm just glad they putting artists out there, man. You know, bringing back some of the old stuff, old classics. You know, feel good music. I think we need more of that, especially at a time like now.
Most definitely. So speaking on that, living in the time that we're in, man, we recently, and everybody heard the news, about the recent passing of superstar, iconic legend DMX, man. I gotta ask, man, being from New York, man, where were you at when you heard the news about DMX passing, and was DMX an impact or influence on you?
Oh, facts. Well, actually, I was here at Touch the Mic.
Okay.
At Touch the Mic, and I know the tenor changed once everyone heard, and we had to give love and respect to a phenomenal icon in the music industry. But of course, man, you can't go anywhere in New York and not know who X is. I mean,
Right.
I would have known he was going to talk. I would have had my Rough Rider jersey. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I ride with it. You know what I'm saying? Like up top, you can't be from up top New York and not know DMX, respect DMX. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's just what we do. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's DMX.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's DMX. So I mean, it's been one of those years that a lot of legends that are passing, but at the same token, it's paving the way for up and coming artists. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We can't stay here forever. So all that means is it's time for the next one to step up. So we appreciate what we did, what they did for us, for laying the foundation. Now it's our turn. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that is the way life works, man. But I love him. I appreciate him. You know what I'm saying? Sleep in peace. But he's gonna continue to ring on, man. That's the thing about music. It stands the test of time.
Right. I agree. So I gotta ask this, man, because like you said, there's so much music out here, man. So many different genres and so many different artists with so many different flows and styles, man. But but what I want to know from you, man, is what era of music or what genre of music do you find to be the most hottest era of them all?
Depends on what you're looking at. I like all music. Well,
Okay.
let me not say all music. I like most music. All right.
Okay.
So we're talking about, I like world music. I like, jazz. I like instrumentals. I like hip hop. I like swing. I like classical. So I consider music more of a mood enhancer than I do, an era of music that withstands a test of time. If I had to choose, I mean, R&B never fails. I think you get a little bit of everything you need from R&B. Not just that. I think that is the foundation for a lot of other music that we hear going forward. Hip hop is derived from R&B. R&B is really from rhythm and blues. And if we go either further back than that, I mean, it all just really is music. Just keeps translating itself or transforming into something different. But I think a lot of it still began with rhythm and blues, also known as R&B.
Okay. All right, I feel you on that. So now I'm kind of switch gears for a second because we've been seeing a lot on the news, this whole police brutality and racism and social injustice, man. And we recently again had the loss of Dante Wright, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, things of that nature, man. But I gotta ask, man, to hear and see those type of stories, man, what goes through your mind when you see things like that? Like, what can we do as the people to kind of change this economic thing?
Well, man, that's a good question, and we actually talked about that maybe about a week or two on the radio show. It's hurtful. It's hurtful to know that this is what's going on and this is the reality of things. It's hurtful to know that as African Americans in the place that we were born in, we're not wanted here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like we asked to be here. We didn't plot it out to be here. We were brought into this world and we were already brought into it not wanted.
Right.
So now we try to live and navigate through a world that you're not wanted in.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you try to lay low, and no matter what, they're looking for you.
Right.
Because you're here and they don't want you here.
Right.
So how do we deal with it? Well, one, we have to change the system, and I think that this is a long-term goal of a lot of things that are going on right now. Nothing we can do at this very moment is going to change something that's been built. It's a system that's been built over the course of time, and so in order to fix it, you have to reconstruct the system that's been built. So I think right now what's happening is we're starting to put the pieces into place that will start to be able to affect the change in the system, but we're not going to see it. Not now.
Not now, right?
But I think the steps that we're taking are the correct steps now. I think now we're starting to understand more, and I think our voices are starting to be heard more. Granted, we're still losing lives in the process, but I think progress is still gradually being made. So we just got to stay vigilant in what we're doing and support one another. Because if we're not supporting one another, clearly other cultures aren't supporting us.
Exactly.
So I think those are just some of the things that we can do. We got to respect one another, man. We got to put our culture first. You know what I'm saying? Black dollars equals black wealth, and
Right.
and if we share with one another, we'll watch each other be successful. We'll watch each other succeed. And then we start growing as a community. You know what I'm saying? Then all this division wouldn't be there anymore because we'll probably all end up being on the same wavelength or on the same, plateau. So
Right.
I say, listen, we just got to stay vigilant at what we're doing. Continue to be a light, continue to be positive. You know what I'm saying? And love one another, man, because that's what beats hate is love. And there's a lot more love out there than it is hate.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right, so let me ask you this, man. So, kind of with the world opening back up, man, because, when this pandemic hit, man, everything shut down. People
Hell
lost
yeah.
people lost jobs, people lost money, different venues and bars and clubs wasn't able to be open, man. But,
Right.
Now kind of with the world opening back up and places kind of, starting to reopen themselves and things of that nature, man. How do you feel about, things opening back up and the world kind of, getting back to kind of where it was before this pandemic hit?
Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see y'all. I can't wait to see all of y'all come back.
Most definitely.
No, honestly, man, I just, I think a year, it's overdue. It's overdue.
Right.
I think what we do here is very therapeutic. I think being and engaging and socializing is very important to daily life. So to have people be able to get back to doing that and getting back to some type of normalcy, although we don't know what the new norm is going to be, I think that's important. And I'm excited to see you guys come in here. I mean, I know while we've been, floating through this time, I've had some people that have come in and out. Some of my regulars have come back, but I know I haven't seen everybody. I know people want to get back. I miss you guys. I know you miss the space. We miss you. So when the world opens back up, man, we ready for y'all. We ready to shake and bake. We ready to make it happen. We ready to give away money. We ready to win money. We ready to see some more artists, some more talent, have some more fun, and vibe out, man.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right, so now I gotta talk. And you brought him up. You brought him up earlier. You mentioned Mr. Carolina Hip Hop, such an incredible human being, man. So I gotta ask, man, what was it like, or what's it been like, having that bond with him and working with him, and just seeing you two brothers together, doing so many extraordinary things. What is that bond and that partnership like?
Oh yeah, it's a brotherhood. A lot of the people that I work with back here, a lot of individuals that I consider my team, man, it's a family, and that's the way that we move. Family first organization. I know that's what he calls it, but that's what we all consider ourselves back here is family. And that's what he is, man. He's a brother. He's another icon in the game. He's been around for quite some time. He's got a lot of knowledge, a lot of resources. He knows a lot of things, and so it's always good to have someone like that in your team. Like I said, I'm more into R&B. He has his hand in a lot more things than what I do. And, like a lot of other people on my team, that's why I appreciate all of them because they bring something different and something special to our element and to our team that I can't necessarily provide. But he's been phenomenal, man. He's brought a lot of energy into the space. He's brought a lot of different artists in here. And it's just been a continuous flow. We started out, I believe it was like the very first time he came in as a host. He came in as a host with DJ Dessert.
Okay.
How I first met him. And again, cool guy, cool vibe. I can rock with him, you know what I'm saying? And then, Dessert decided to move on to some new things. And Mr. Carolina Hip Hop was like, listen, man, I want Thursday nights. Let me take it over. And he hasn't disappointed. He showed out every week that he's had the opportunity to do so. And even so, so much so that I've decided to give him a few more nights in the arcade, just to let you know that's how business works. That's how bonds are grown. And he's shown on the business side, man, he's a businessman. He can make things work. On a managerial side, he manages his squad, his artists, and the people that he have affiliated with him. So he's a man of business, man. Then he works, man. He grinds on top of that. So you cannot knock a person's hustle and a person's grind if they're similar to the way that you are. So we move similar to one another. And I think that's just what helps keep the energy going, man. You surround yourself with people that are similar to who you are, and that's how you grow.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right, so let me ask you this. So what advice do you have for all the younger up and coming artists of today, all the young up and coming, future game players, future, whatever? Like, what advice can you give to people that are watching, that are listening, that needs to know, what it takes to, to continue to grind and continue to, that build, to success?
Best thing I can say is don't give up. Do not give up. That's the thing I think that stops so many individuals, is because you let people tell you what you cannot do.
Right, right.
Do not give up. No one can see your dream or your vision because it's yours.
Right. I agree.
Even your closest people to you, moms, wife, pops, siblings, best friends will tell you, you can't do it. It's impossible. It doesn't make sense. I'm here to tell you, scrap them
and do
it. You do you, because at the end of the day, you need to say, I tried.
Most definitely.
If it didn't succeed, that's okay. That means try again. Revamp the plan. I didn't succeed in my first go round. I did not.
Okay.
I lost a lot of money, actually.
Okay.
But you know what? You live, you learn, you revamp the plan, and here I am. 3 years in the making.
About to say 3 years. Look, 3 years later.
3 years. 3 years. So it ain't gonna be easy, but don't give up. Don't give up. Be stubborn about what you believe in, what you love, what your passion is. Do not give up.
Most definitely. That's the best advice of them all. So I gotta ask you this, man. When it comes to family, man, and I sense and I know that you're a family man all around, man.
Yeah,
so I gotta ask, man, how does your family feel about you, being on the ground, working the way that you do, and again, being able to give people the world and people the space and the opportunity to just come and just really showcase their talent. How do they feel about that?
Mixed emotions.
Okay.
It's of course it's mixed emotions, because as an entrepreneur, when you have to grind, I mean, you have to grind.
Right.
And unfortunately, it requires sacrifices on both sides. So for me and my family, yes, there are some sacrifices that we make, because it's an understanding of what I'm trying to build.
Okay.
But it's not easy, because of course, I want to be there to watch my boys grow up, and I want to be there to be a support system for my wife when needed. But at the same token, if I'm trying to build generational wealth and I'm trying to build to make sure that my family's taken care of, I have to lay the foundation here as well. So, it takes some time. It does take some maneuvering. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy. At no means, by any means at all, it's not easy. But that's where communication is key. Whatever time I do have, I make sure I try to spend it with my children. I try to involve my children in the space. I try to have some children-friendly events, so that way, they can feel like they're a part of it. My oldest son, when he comes down, I let him work here with me, so, he gets an understanding of what it is, what it's like to run a business. So while I can't dedicate as much time as I want with them, I try to incorporate time with them inside of the business, not only, on the business side of things, but we're spending quality time, but you're learning as well. So, if this is what you want, you have the foundation laid for you. So, I try to find, ways and find time, because as busy as you are, you make time for the things that you want.
Right.
You want to spend time with the family, you make time for it. And
right.
So that's kind of where I'm at. But now, don't get it wrong, though. I do grind 24/7. But when
right.
I do, man, or when I'm not, I'm trying to make sure I get into quality time with the family, because they're important. They help me stay sane. And it helps me remember who I'm doing it for. Granted, I'm doing it for everyone else, but it's family first.
Right, exactly. Now I gotta talk about this mural that you're sitting behind, man. It is definitely one of the most amazing masterpieces I've ever seen. I gotta ask, man. When that was put together on the wall, man. What was your first thought when you seen it, when you seen the finished product?
Well, my first thought was, "Damn, Lord Fly, why you do it? Because you shut it down because of the pandemic."
Right.
Well, honestly, real talk, that's what happened. I was actually in Atlanta, and Lord Fly came in and he did the wall for me, asked me what I wanted, gave me an idea, and I'm like, "Listen, man, I want you to be creative. Knock it out the box." He knocked it out the box.
Right.
Crazy thing is, when we got back from Atlanta, they said everything got to shut down.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
What?
Right.
So the mural was done. Couldn't no one see the mural?
Right.
But it's hard, man. It's fantastic. It's an extension of who we are. It's just a little piece. Again, I appreciate Lord Fly. I mean, he came in, he did his thing, and as you can see, he's making his mark all over the city, all over the globe, man. I mean, he's doing a lot of
Yes,
stuff
he is.
in the United States. So keep doing what you do, Lord Fly. We appreciate you, man. No worries, no apologies, man.
Most definitely, most definitely.
But yeah, so it's been a nice piece, man. It's timeless. We would like to add some more to it, but the vibe, the energy. We just want to spice it up a little bit. Create a different element of what we are. Because we're an arcade, but we're fun. We're music, but we're fun. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And it's all about putting your best foot forward here. We just
Most definitely.
want people to shine.
Most definitely, most definitely. And so my last thing I want to kind of get into, man, is when because like I said at the top of the show, I've had the pleasure of kind of working with you a little bit, doing little things here and there, man. But I gotta ask, man, when are we gonna again get together, man, and do something phenomenal, man, for the people, man? Because listen, like I said, you're on the ground a lot, so I definitely, I feel like you and I together, man, can put something together, man, that can really be extraordinary for the world, man. So I gotta know, man, when can we make that happen?
Well, I don't know. Well, you know where to find me, man. You know where to find me, but we can talk. I mean, listen, you got your hands a little bit of everything, Honcho, man. You keep moving, bro. You keep doing what you do. Your independent scene is thriving. Keep doing what you do. And you let me know, what ideas you got. We could try and make something happen in here, man. You know how we move. We got space. We have some time while it's filling in, man, because people are calling me left and right. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I mean, listen, for this summer, let's try and line something up.
Most definitely.
We'll see what you want to do, how we make it work, and let's bring something for the people.
Most definitely. Let's get it in. So with that being said, Jordan, bro, I appreciate this time. Like I said, coming in, chopping it up with us, man. Truly has been amazing, man. Knowing you, getting to know you, and also, getting to know some of the things about you as well. So, I definitely hope that you guys have learned a lot. So I hope you guys was able to take something away from this podcast because it was definitely amazing, definitely, impactful. Real quick before we wrap this thing on up, man, is there anything that you need to say to the people, man? Before we get up out of here.
Man, listen. Again, I just appreciate you guys. If you want, follow us on our IG at Arcade of Thrones. Facebook, same thing. Arcade of Thrones. We have a website. I don't do too much on it, but it'll give you at least some background information at www.arcadeofthrones.com. If you want, man, check out our radio show on WDRB Media, iHeartRadio. It airs every Thursday at 11 p.m. This week will be a good one. Again, it falls on my birthday, so it's going to be live. It's going to be live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And my co-host TJ, he always rocks it out, man. It's usually a good show. If you guys have not checked out Arcade of Thrones, man, slide in at some point. Check it out. If you're not plugged in with Honcho J and the independent scene, tap in.
Yes, sir.
Listen, man, we're only as good as the next person that we bring up.
Most definitely.
And if you don't take anything else from me today, man, stay positive. Yo, we could all change the world in one way or another. We can't do it all at one time.
Right.
One at a time.
One at a time. And with that being said, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been my time once again. This Thursday, New York edition, Touch the Mic Showcase. You know what I'm saying? Going down. Make sure y'all guys pull up. Come turn up with us. It's going to be lit. It's going to be amazing. And again, it's Jordan's birthday.
Yo, my birthday, so come through, support, man. Yo, Honcho J, man, again, thank you so much for having me, bro. I appreciate it. I do. Man, I hope to see you Thursday. I know you're coming through. I'm going to see you Thursday.
Yes, sir. You're going to see me, bro. I'm going to definitely be in the building, man. So, guys, take care of yourselves. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the love. And we will see you guys next time on another edition of Independent Scene Podcast. This is your boy, Honcho J, with my guy, Jordan Silver. And we out of here, guys. Let's go.
Yeah.